Hey everyone, welcome back to Games Done Right. My name's Michael, and this video is part one of a three-part series showing you a super easy, repeatable way to get your hands on the elusive dragon parts in Breath of the Wild, including scales, claws, fangs, and yes, horns. Today's dragon is Farosh, or Farosh, if English is your second language. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Now let's get it. Okay, first thing we're going to do is head over into the Farron area, specifically the Shoda Saw Shrine. It's the area surrounded by these annoying waterfalls and cliffs. So if you have it, spawn there. If not, have fun trying to scale those without Navali's Gale or Zora Armor. So as I mentioned, you're going to want to use Zora Armor to get to the top of this waterfall, and a few specific weapons. First is going to be a flame weapon, whether that's the flame spear, Flameblade, or great Flameblade. You're going to want one of those. Since there's thunder here and lightning, let's just unequip everything so I don't butcher this video. And put on the Zora Armor while we're here. The reason we're going to need that Flameblade is because we're going to be creating a campfire and respawning a day over and over for as many times as you need whatever dragon parts. Additionally, you're going to need a ranged bow. And range is very important here because the distance away that the dragon spawns makes it hard, if not impossible, for some of those bows to reach the part of the body that you want from the dragon. Since we got to the top of this okay, we're headed in between these two trees here, these two sets of trees. There's a cave just north of where I'm placing this marker, and that's where we're headed. The bows that you can use for this method are any Arito bow, which is the Swallow Bow, Falcon Bow, or Great Eagle Bow. You can also use the Phrenic Bow, Ancient Bow, and in a pinch, the Royal Guards Bow and the Duplex Bow. I say in a pinch for those last two because while they have the range to do it, it's a little harder. The Royal Guards Bow, you need to aim a little bit higher to account for the drop that will happen with the arrow. And the Duplex Bow sends 2 arrows out, which makes it harder to aim and hit your target. Another important thing here is to make sure you're inside this cave. I'm not right now. So if we move backward into this like rocky dirt area, you can see that the rain line is not getting inside here. That's important because as we try to make a fire, we don't want the rain to put that out. So let's get just a Falcon Bow, which has good range for it, range enough for what we need, and our great Flameblade. We'll grab the wood, set it down, strike it, and start our fire, start our sequence. You can also do this if you don't have a Flameblade with flint and wood and a steel weapon. So let's get started. Now we're spawning in the morning because as soon as the morning starts here, the dragon's going to spawn. As soon as he does, you'll see the wind pop up. Activate your paraglider by double tapping Y. You can then activate your arrow to go into slow motion and get any part of the dragon you want. Let's start with a scale. So we're just going to aim up, shoot any part of his body, which makes that flicker there. I thought that wasn't going to work, but it did. And it should shoot to the right or left. In this case, the right on the little cliff, and to the left in the grove is where it will spawn. And he leaves. And that's all we need for that. That's how you get a dragon scale from Farosh easily. Let's move on. We're going to warp to morning again. Here we're moving on to the claws, fangs, and horns, the more important and valuable pieces. Let's start with the claw. This one's annoying a little bit because it takes a second for that claw to come out. As you noticed, it's like one of the last things. If we aim above it, we should be able to get that to drop there. And there you go. Hit him in the claw. and that one goes to the left. Those will stay there no matter how many times you respawn. I have not seen a max for the number of times you can do this with those things respawning. More on that later. The nice thing about hitting claws is they will add you 3 minutes, they will add 3 minutes and 30 seconds to your recipes for whatever effect you made that recipe for. On to the next. Here we're looking at fangs. These are valuable because they'll add 10 minutes and 30 seconds to any recipe you add it to. We get these by hitting them in the jaw, like so. There you go. Hit him in the mouth area. That will count as a fang, and we will get our 10 minutes and 30 seconds for a recipe effect when we add that to those recipes. Let's move on. Finally, we've arrived at the exotic, ever-elusive horn of Farosh. This one, you just hit any part of that horn, which is that wavy, snake-looking part. Bing! And there you have a shard of the horn. And it lands on the right. The nice thing about these horns is they will add a total of 30 minutes to your recipes. So if you're fighting mini-bosses, or you're taking on the Dark Beast himself, add 30 minutes to your effects with one of these horns, anywhere on the horn. Be aware though, if you hit too close to the base of the horn, it will sometimes give you a scale, which is annoying. And we're gonna go around and pick these up so you can see what I got. Remember that there are some armor pieces, spoiler alert, like the Barbarian set. There's the Claw, and there's the Fang, the Barbarian set, the Fierce Deity set, Champion's Tunic, and a couple of others that require these dragon parts. So, if you need Farosh, if you need parts of his body, scales, claws, fangs, or the horn, use this method as many times as you'd like to get the pieces you need. Farosh's horn, and Farosh's scale. And there you have it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Until next time, go get it.